welcome to the first gameplay video for the CBA, the Continental Baseball Alliance. This is the first gameplay video for this league. I am about 21 games in on the season. The Boston Bulls will be visiting the West Coast team of the Maui Makos. Boston Bulls are 8-13, and the Makos, the home team, are 9-12. So neither team doing very well at this point, both under 500. We have Jackie Hoobs going for the Makos. He has a record of 1-3, and Raul Herta going for the Bulls. He has a record of 1-1. I have already done the pregame check for players, the pregame durability check to see if anybody has been scratched. There was one player scratched out of both the teams, and that was Leroy Ramey. He will be sitting this one out. He will be available in the 5th inning for a pinch hitter if needed. Taking his place is Ken Fairchild. He has a few at-bats this season but hasn't done particularly well. Decent batter, decent speed, so he's going to be picking up the bat and doing the number 2 spot in the lineup for the Bulls. So as we get started here, again, this is the Continental Baseball Alliance. The league has been posted on the Delphi forums as well as throughout Facebook. And let's get this game started. So Jackie Hoobs is a right-handed batter against the righty Moody, and we're going to go ahead and have a -1 on a confrontation roll. And it looks like we got a pitcher's card. 7-3, and we're going to start off the game with a walk. Now I can choose to see if I get the jump and steal. There is a rookie catcher in for the Makos who has a 2-arm. I'm going to go ahead and see if we get the jump here. And he has a jump of 4 against a hold runners of a -3, so it's a +1 on a roll there. He does get the jump against a 2-arm for a catcher. 1, 3, and 4 are out, and he's caught stealing. So the very first batter walks and caught stealing, so we have 1 out in the 1st inning. And here's that player Fairchild coming up for the Bulls. We have a -3 against a 3, so it's equal on a roll. Pitcher's card. And an 8 for another walk. So back-to-back walks. Hoobs not starting off particularly well here. And now bring up the big bat, Dave Bryant. Bryant has 3 home runs already on the year. And it is going to be a 3 against a 3, so that is an equal on the roll. And that's going to be a pitcher's card. 7-6 is going to be a fly out. Going to see where that fly ball goes. Fly out to the center fielder. So 2 away. Man on first. Another big bat in Carmona. Pancho Carmona coming up. It's a -2 on a confrontation roll. That's going to be a batter's card. And the roll. 10-4 is a possible error. So we're going to go ahead and roll again on the batter's card, see what this error falls on. It's a 9-5. So that fly out is possibly an error. See where the fly ball went. And it goes to the left fielder. Left fielder is Braddock, who's actually the leadoff man for the Makos. So that's pretty convenient. And we're going to be rolling on this chart to see where and if an error was caused. And it is a 1-base error. So Carmona reaches on an E7. Fairchild was running on the pitch, so he will end up at third because of the error. So we have first and third. Now I could chance going home because he is faster than Carmona, but I'm not going to do that. Braddock has a pretty decent arm. Valencia is now up. It is going to be equal on the roll. And that is a pitcher's card. 5-5 is a line out, so Hoobs will get out of the inning unscathed. And that line out goes to second base. Alright, Herta looking to keep the Makos at bay. The Makos haven't been doing very well offensively. Ish Braddock will start off. It looks like we could have some offense coming on from the Makos, given that Herta is not very good against left-handed batters, and the first 3 out of 4 batters in the Makos lineup are lefties. So we have a -1 against a 4 is a +3. That is going to be a batter's card. 10-3 is going to be a situation So right off the bat, in the first inning here, we have a situation. I'm going to go ahead and get our book out, see what the situation is. It's going to be a 9-4 on our second baseman. We'll roll one die here. 7. And looking like we could have a possible injury here. Second baseman takes after a pop fly to short center field. If second baseman's defensive plus roll is less than 5, the batter is out on a pop out to 4. So second baseman is a 3. Roll is -2 together, so it is a pop out to the second baseman. And we're going to have to roll to see if we have an injury. Now, if he's not injured, he does need to be removed from the game. On the second baseman, it is a legs check of a -1. Lane has a +3 on that, so it's a +2 on the roll. He is not injured, so that's good news for the Bulls, but he does need to be removed from the game. So we're going to go ahead and look, see who we have here for second base. These are all my farm system players. So I do have DeMarcus Gallimore, who is a player who's been called up from that farm system. And we are going to go ahead and change out to put Gallimore in. Alright, I'll just put Lane over here for now. Alright, so after one batter is one out, Lawson is now up for the Makos. It is a +3 on a confrontation roll. That is going to be a batter's card. A 10-4 is a flyout. We'll see where that went. And it goes to the center fielder. And that will bring up Anthony Sanderson. Sanderson not off to the greatest start of players. He does have 3 home runs on the season. And it's going to be a +2 on the confrontation roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 9-6 is going to be a walk. Sanderson gets the walk, and he's aboard with Shipley. Another big left-handed bat. It's going to be a +4 on a confrontation roll. That's going to be a batter's card. And a 6-3 is not going to do it. He's going to ground out to end the inning. And he grounds out to first base. Alright, that will bring up the Bulls. And Bill Scrubby, he is a 3 against right-handed batters, against a -4, -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 9-1 is going to be a ground out to shortstop, 6-3. Phelps now up. He's a switch hitter. It's going to be a -3 against a 3, so it's equal on that roll. It's going to be a batter's card. A 6-2 on Phelps. That's going to be a K. First strikeout of the game for Hoobs. And here comes Gallimore, who entered the game on that near injury to Lane. It's going to be a -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 8-9. That's going to be a double. So the replacement player gets a 2-out double in the second inning. And that will bring up Bartlett. Bartlett's a lefty. It's going to be -1 on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. And 9-1 is going to be a ground out. So Hoobs will get out of this one. Going to the second baseman. Herta now comes up. It's going to be a -1 against Barkley, the batter. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-1 is a flyout. To right. Prince is now up. Prince is actually having a pretty good season. It's bound around .330 on the year so far. -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 2-2 is not going to do it, though. It's going to be a strikeout. And a +3 on the roll to catcher Reddington. That's going to be a batter's card. 7-6 is a base hit. So the Makos have their second base runner of the game and their first hit. Slattery is up. And it's going to be equal on the confrontation roll. It's going to be a batter's card. 10-1 is a possible error on a walk, so he hits the batter. Slattery hits, takes his base at first, moves Reddington over to second, and that will bring up Adrian Frazier, the shortstop for the Makos. It is going to be equal on roll. We have a pitcher's card. 8-2 is going to be a ground out. That's going to be the third out. So no runs come in. Ground out to second baseman will end the second inning. Jackie Hoobs now will take the mound in the third against the leadoff hitter, Paul Moody. Moody had a great game last game, if I recall. Let's see. Led off the game with the home run, RBI, and stolen base, so not great, but pretty productive. And we have a -1 on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 8-5 is going to be a base hit, so he is aboard again. I don't think I'm going to make the same mistake twice. I'm going to keep him at second and allow Fairchild to hit here. We got equal on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-5 is a fly out. 5 is to the left fielder. And now we'll bring up Bryant. Bryant is a minus. Against a -4 is it's going to be a -1 on a roll. It's going to be a batter's card for Bryant. And that's not going to do it. That's going to be a strikeout. And coming up, big man Carmona. That's going to be a -2 on a confrontation roll here. And that will be a pitcher's card. 10-1 is going to be a line out. And that will do it for the Bulls. And that line out is going to go to the second baseman. Alright, here comes the bottom of the third. We have the leadoff man, Braddock, coming up for the Makos. And it's going to be +3 on a confrontation roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 3-3 is going to be a strikeout. Another +3 on the confrontation roll for Lawson. That is definitely a batter's card. 6-1 is a ground out to first base. And here comes Sanderson. +2. We have a batter's card. 4-2 is going to be a strikeout, so his struggles continue in the season. So for one, does have that walk. Alright, Jackie Hoobs taking the mound once again here in the top of the fourth against Valencia. It's going to be equal on the roll. We have a batter's card. 6-5 is going to be a line out to shortstop. Coming up, Bill Scrubby, -1 on a confrontation roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-4 is a line out to second base. 2 line outs from the inning, bringing 2 outs with Phelps up. Phelps is going to be equal on the confrontation roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-4 is a fly out. So both pitchers in control so far in this game. Fly out to right field. Has no runs through 4 for Hoobs. Horta coming back up to the mound to take on the Makos in the bottom of the fourth. Shipley, big left-handed bat. It's a +4 on a confrontation roll. That's going to be a batter's card. And 10-8 is a home run. So Shipley belts his 3rd home run of the year, putting the Makos out in front, 1-0 here in the fourth. Barkley will be up. It's a -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 3-3 is going to be a fly out. And Barkley flies out to center. And I'll bring up Trevor Prince, -1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 4-1 is a strikeout. Bringing up the catcher Reddington. He's a switch hitter. It's going to be +3 on the confrontation roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 5-1 is a line out. A lot of line outs in this game. And it's going to be a line out to third. Hoobs with a stamina of 5 is still good to go here in the top of the 5th. He's up against Gallimore here, a -1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Gallimore. A 3-2 doesn't look like good, and it's not. That's going to be a strikeout. And we have a -1 on a roll for Bartlett. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 3-3 is a strikeout. That's 2 strikeouts in a row. Now, if he gets this third strikeout, he will get a +1 on his attributes, making him very good. And Moody is up. It's going to be a -1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. Makes it a little tougher to get that strikeout. 10-2 is not a strikeout. That's going to be a ground out to third base, 5-3. Now, he did get 2 consecutive 3-up, 3-down innings. So we are going to have to roll on his poise. On his poise chart. Let's see if he gets an addition here. So we're going to roll on the happy face column. It is a 5. It is a +1. I'm going to mark that down, and I always leave myself a little note here. So that means now he is going to be a -4, -5 against the batters of the Bulls. Herta coming up into the bottom of the 5th. His stamina is just a 4. We are going to have to roll. Now he has a -1 on his attributes, so if he gets a minus, it is going to hurt him, and I'll have to pull him from the game. And we have a 4, which is no change, so he gets to start to 5th. Alright, so he has a -3 against a 3. It's going to be equal. That's a batter's card for Slattery. 9-1 is a flyout to left field. -1 on the roll for Frazier. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-4 is another line out to third base. And bringing up Braddock, it's going to be +3 on the roll. That will be a batter's card. 9-2 is a flyout, and that will end the inning. Goes flyout to right. Both pitchers again pitching pretty well. That one mistake by Herta to Shipley is the difference in the game right now. 1-0 Makos after 5. And now we'll bring up Fairchild. We do need to roll now on Hoobs' 1 inning past his stamina. It is a 10, a -1, so he does lose what he just gained. So he's actually back to normal. And a 3-4, -3, -4 against the batters. And we're going to have an equal on the roll here for Fairchild. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 4-4 is a ground out. Second base, 4-3. Bryant now up. It'll be a -1 on the roll for Bryant. That's going to be a batter's card. 4-2, that's not going to be good. That's a strikeout. Bringing up Carmona. This is another important out. Anything after 2 consecutive 1-2-3 innings will be an automatic +1 to the pitcher. So if he gets this, he will go up. And of course, he has the chance of going back down if he starts the next inning. So Carmona is a -2 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 8-2 is a walk, so he does not get the consecutive 1-2-3 inning. And there is one aboard with 2 outs in the top of the 6th here. I have an equal on a confrontation roll. Pitcher's card. 10-8 is a double for Valencia. Carmona goes over to third. He is the same speed as Valencia with 2 outs. He automatically scores. So a 2-out, 1 RBI double will tie the game for the Bulls. And now we have Scrubby looking to extend that and possibly get the lead for the Bulls. A -1 on the roll brings it down to a pitcher's card. 6-7 is not going to do it. That's a fly out. Fly out. Ooh. right field. Alright, now, question. Do I roll on Hirta? If I do, he could go the 6th inning, which is already going to be -2, -3, -4 going into the book. I'm not going to take that chance. I'm going to have to take him out here. So we're going to go into the bullpen for the Bulls, which they just had a day off, so they are a little bit rested. And let's see, I already know who I'm going to have come in. It's going to be Knight, as he has 3 inning stamina, which hopefully will get him through the rest of the game if they can get the lead. Alright, so that'll bring up Mitchell Lawson against Knight. It's going to be a +2 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 4-3 is going to be a strikeout. We have a +2 on the roll here for Sanderson. Gets the batter's card. And 10-2 is a walk. So he is on base. Now Sanderson has some speed. Valencia at catcher for the Bulls is only a 2. We're going to see if we can get him into scoring position here. It's a Sanderson jump 3 against a Knight. Hold runners 2, -2, so it's going to be a +1 on the roll. He does get the jump against the 2 arm, a 3, and he's caught stealing. Valencia guns him down as Sanderson gets a little greedy. Shipley is now up. It's going to be a +3 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 7-2 is going to be a fly out for the 3rd out of the inning to center. So unfortunate decision making on the part of the manager. I guess I'll take the credit for that. Now we have Hoobs up. He did get a -1, which brought him down to normal. This would be a 2nd inning pass stamina. I am going to go for it. He has very good odds here. It is just a -1, and I will take that. So he is now a -2, -3 against the batters. And immediately that will come into effect as Phelps is now a +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Phelps. 9-3 is a ground out. 2-8. Right back to the pitcher. So Hoobs getting in on the action on the defensive side as well. And we have equal on the confrontation roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 10-10. And the replacement for Lane knocks one out on a 10-10 to give the Bulls the lead. So Lane coming out has hurt them a little bit. Actually, no, defensively, it's about the same. Gallimore hits a bomb. Let's see where that home run went. Let's see. That home run goes to left field. So a bomb into the left field seats gives the Bulls the lead. They are now up 2-1. Bartlett is up. It's going to be equal on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 8-7 is a base hit. And immediately the Bulls are starting to swing the bats in the last 2 innings. I'll bring up Paul Moody. It's going to be equal on the roll. And that's going to be a pitcher's card. 7-7 is another base hit. 3 hits in a row here. Gallimore will advance to second. And we have 1 out with first and second. Fairchild coming up. It's going to be a +1 on the roll. Be a pitcher's card. 10-1 is a line out. Possible double up here. Line out to third base, but there is nobody at third base. So nobody to double up. And now bring up Bryant. The big man looking to put an impact swing and change the course or continue the course of this game. It's equal on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 10-7 is a home run. All right. That is a 3-run bomb. 10-7 here. And that will put the Bulls up by 3. Sorry, up by 4 now. As home run number 3. Sorry, number 4 for Bryant. Is a 3-run job. And we're going to have to roll on Hoobs' poise chart, see how he's getting affected by this. And it is a -1, so he is getting a little rattled. There are 2 outs. I'm going to try and let him finish out the inning. It's going to be equal on the roll. And it's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-3 is a flyout, so he does get out of the inning. As the flyout goes to left. But that inning does hurt, as the Bulls are now up 4-1. Knight staying on the mound for the Bulls, and it's going to be a -1 on the roll against Barkley here. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-3 is going to be a ground out to the catcher, so 2-3, a little dribbler up the line. And Valencia is able to catch up with it, making the play to first. We have a -1 against Prince here. That's going to be a batter's card. 7-2 is going to be a ground out. 2-3, second baseman. And Reddington, the catcher, will be up. It's going to be +2 here on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 3-1 is going to be a strikeout. So Knight continues to pitch well in relief for the Bulls. So we're going to go ahead and make that pitching change. Hoobs is going to come out. Another poor outing for Hoobs, as he was 1-3 on a season, looking most likely to get his 4th loss, as the Makos really needed to get a victory here. Let's see. Downs I can use, and Highsmith is available as well. I'm going to go with Downs, considering they're losing, and keep. He's a pretty strong pitcher against lefties and righties. Try and keep it within reach if possible for a comeback. Alright, so Downs takes the mound. He's going to be equal against Valencia, the catcher for the Bulls. That's going to be a batter's card. A 9-2 is going to be a flyout to right field. And a -1 now on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card for Scrubby. 8-1 is a flyout to center. Phelps now up. It's going to be equal on the roll. It's going to be a batter's card. And it looks like one got stuck. And 9-7 on Phelps is a base hit. So another runner on for the Bulls. Gallimore up so far 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. 1 RBI, 1 run scored, as it was a solo shot. Going to be a -1 on the roll. It's going to be down to a pitcher's card. And an 8-5 is a flyout for 3rd out of the inning here. Flyout to right. Knight staying in. This will be the 8th inning, bottom of the 8th, with the Makos hitting down 5-1, down 4 runs, with Slattery up. Going to be equal on the roll. That's a pitcher's card. 10-2 is a ground out to, let's see, 3rd baseman, 5-3. Frazier now up, shortstop for the Makos. He is equal on a confrontation roll against Knight. That's going to be a batter's card. 6-1 is a ground out to shortstop. And now bring up the leadoff man, Braddock. He's 0 for 3 so far on the game with a strikeout. It's going to be +2 on the confrontation roll. That's a batter's card. 6-6 is a line out to first base. And that is 2 1-2-3 innings consecutively for Knight. We do get to roll on his poise, even though there's a good chance. Well, he probably will start the next inning. It is not an increase, so he stays the same. And we go to the top of the ninth. Bartlett, we're leading off for the Bulls. It's going to be a -1. That will be a pitcher's card. 7-1 is a flyout. To left field. I'll bring up Moody. -1 on the roll. That will be a pitcher's card. 8-1 is a ground out. Back to the pitcher, so 1-3. Fairchild up. I do have Ramey on the bench, but they're up by 4, so I don't think we're going to bother. It is equal on the roll. That is a batter's card for Fairchild. And 6-2 is a ground out. And in the inning here. Ground out to shortstop, 6-3. Alright, they are up by 4, the Bulls are, that is, against the Makos coming into the bottom of the ninth. Lawson, Sanderson, and Shipley, they have the right guys up. I am going to make a relief pitcher because I do have to roll on him, and it's not a very good line there for the first inning passed. And the Bulls need this win. So, we're going to go ahead and bring in probably a 1-inning guy, and that'll be Enrique Morin. And he will start things off against Lawson, the right fielder for the Makos. And it's going to be a +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 10-2. That's going to be a flyout, so Lawson won't get things started here. Fly out to right. Sanderson, +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 6-4 is a ground out to third base. Just the 1 hit on the afternoon for Sanderson. And here comes up Shipley, who already has a home run in the game. He's going to try and keep things going here for the Makos. It is a +2 on the roll. That is going to be a pitcher's card, so it gets a little bit more difficult. And 5-2 is a flyout. So big flyout to end the game to right field as the Makos take the loss 5-1. Shipley being the only batter to really get things going. The Bulls win it 5-1. And I would say Bryant is your player of the game, only going 1 for 4, but that 3-run home run definitely provided some insurance for the Bulls. And we'll go ahead and do our stats here real quick. Hoobs is going to be locked in for the loss, his 4th loss of the season. Did go 7 innings. Gave up 7 hits. Did give up all 5 runs, all of them earned. Walking 3 batters while striking out 5, and pitched against 31 batters, giving up 2 home runs. And Downs went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts, 7 batters faced, no home runs. So Downs did pretty good in relief, but the damage had already been done at that point. Herta does not get the win in this. Instead, Knight will get the win. So Herta still has a record of 1-1 on the season. And he went 5 innings, only giving up 2 hits. 1 was a home run. He did walk 1. And a hit batter, striking out 3 against 19 batters. Knight pitched 3 innings, gave up only 1 hit, no runs. So a 3-hitter against the Makos here. Knight struck out 2. 9 batters faced, no home runs. And then Morin came in for the 1 inning of work. Perfect inning where he faced all 3 batters and shut them down. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and look at our record trackers here. The Bulls get the win, so they are now 9-13. The Makos get the loss. They are now 9-13 as well. There are some injuries here. Let's see. The Bulls are all recovered there, so it looks like just the Makos. Jackson, who's out for 10 games, gets another scratch off. Dawson, who's out for 8, gets another scratch off. And now a little record keeping for the teams. This is how I keep track of my schedules here. Mark off the wins, losses, that way I could track it weekly. So the Bulls ended up getting the win 5-1. That settles up that week at 4 wins and 1 loss. I'll go ahead and knock off pitchers here. So McGregor is back to health. Edwards still needs 1 game of rest. Maria gets 1 day off. Fink is back. And we'll go ahead and put in Herta. Gets 1 for the appearance. Another 1 for 3 innings pitched. So he is going in as a -2. So he'll be back. He's a good pitcher, just doesn't have the ability to stay late in games. Knight will go in. He has 1 for the appearance and 1 for the 3 innings, so he goes in as a 2. And Morin will get 1 for the appearance. On the Makos side, they will take the loss. Again, 5-1. And for the week, they only got 1 win against 4 losses. So a rough week for the Makos. And we'll go into for their pitchers. Put Downs back. Heald is back and healthy. Same with Fleischer. Dunn gets another scratch off. I have another fatigue tracker here to write in Hoobs. Who'll be going in, let's see, he had -2, -3, -4, 5. He goes in as a -5, and then Downs will be a -1 for the appearance. See if I have an extra sheet in the back. So this is a little bit of how I keep track of the season as far as tracking the fatigue for the pitchers, the organization of the books, and all of my score sheets, the 8x5 variety, are in the back of the team books. So that is the gameplay video for the Bulls versus Makos. The Bulls coming out on top, improved their record to 9-13, and the Makos losing, and their record goes down to 9-13. So they are even on as far as records go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out the game on the rest of this YouTube channel. Check it out on the Delphi forums, On Deck Baseball, and check it out on Facebook. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below on the comment section. Appreciate it.